going to start off with game focuses. For our game focuses, we have 12 different things that we focus on. All right. We have our elementary school focused on 4 aspects. Our middle school focuses on 4 more. And our high school focuses on the last 4. To help the kids out, we have it all written on these cards that include our team plays, our pre-workout drills, and our pre-game warm-ups. But for the game focuses, it's right here on top. And the first 4 are the top 4. Those are the 4 most simple things that we have all of our teams do, but for our elementary school, 1st through 4th grade, we have them focus on just these 4 so that they can focus on them for the entire game without having to think too much. The first focus is defensive rebounds. All right, now for defensive rebounds, basically what we say is as the ball goes up and toward the rim, you go down and away from the rim and hit your player. And when you box out, you want to box out sideways, not with your butt to your player where you can't see where they're going, all right, but sideways so that you can create as much room between them and where the ball may potentially go as possible. The next one is get back. For get back, this is as the ball is shot by our team, we do want to go for the rebound. We have one get back person, meaning a person that doesn't go for the boards, one person that will be going for the rebound and then picking up the ball. But for the other 3 people, when they go for the offensive rebound, they want to sprint back as fast as they can if they are unsuccessful in getting that offensive rebound. And if we get back in time, then we can alleviate their fast break opportunities. The next one is help side. For help side, the basic tenet is if your man is on the opposite side of the court, you are in the middle. Now this changes as people are trying to screen down, trying to flare you out or something like that, or if you have like a great shooter, et cetera, et cetera. But we want to be in the middle of the court, and when they start to drive, we want to meet them on the outside so that we can alleviate any penetration that might occur. And our next one is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is just getting hyped and staying hyped. For the bench players and for the players inside the game. Staying focused, diving for loose balls, just picking up your teammates at every single second that you can. Enthusiasm is just having a passion for the game and displaying it, not being bored, not being disinterested. For the elementary school kids, this is a lot. For our middle school, it gets a little bit tougher where we include offensive rebounds. Offensive rebounds, meaning when we shoot the ball, we go get the ball. All right. Now, this doesn't mean that you shoot the ball and quickly just follow your shot. You should shoot your ball and then stay put. And once the ball is fully through its shot progress, then you can go get the rebound. But we do have one person back as our safety, but everyone else should be crashing the boards. Next one is pressure. This is applying pressure to the defense. When you're on defense, you want to pressure the offensive player. And when you're on offense, you want to be able to handle the pressure. So you don't want to just give in when you're double teamed by just throwing the ball away. You're going to be able to handle that pressure to make the best pass out of the double team. You don't want to just give someone an open shot because you think that they can't shoot, or maybe you think that you can't guard them. You want to be able to pressure them so that you're able to basically make the game more difficult for them. Next one is cut hard. Whenever we're on offense, we want to make cuts quickly. You want to change speeds, of course, all right? But as you make your cut, it's a sprint, and you're looking for the ball. You make the defense work. You don't want to just pass the ball and then stay still. You want to make the defense move. You want to make the defense be less likely to be in help side. You want to make the defense work so that they're too tired maybe for offense. So cut hard to give yourself the best chance to get open as possible. Next one is contest shots. By contesting shots, again, we don't want them to shoot open shots. We want them to shoot a shot over our hand. On the fast breaks, we want to be able to turn them. All right? So whichever way that they're going, whether it be with their right hand or their left hand on the fast break, we want to sprint to their opposite side, chest them up, and make them change direction. Again, contesting shots, staying with them to make them shoot overhand, lowering their percentage, as opposed to just jumping, trying to block everything. We don't want to jump and try to block everything, especially in the post. We only want to contest. Maybe you might get a block, if you're trying to block a 3-point shot or something like that. But we would rather you just contest. All right, so contesting takes away the open shots, but contesting also takes away your attempted blocks, because those attempted blocks can just be pump faked and they can go around you, or they could potentially turn into fouls. So we want to contest shots, nothing more, nothing less. For the high school, it's communicate. We want to make sure that we're talking all the time on offense and on defense so that we can communicate where our man is, what we're doing, just to even bother the other team. Also to show your coach that you know what you're talking about. Show the potential recruiters that you know what you're talking about. Communication is a key to playing defense, to playing offense, just to playing the game of basketball. But it also goes to the bench players being loud enough to help out. Communicate with your coaches to tell them that you're injured, to tell them that what you may need, to tell them that a play that you might be thinking of. The communication just makes the team excel to a whole new level. No turnovers. Now this one doesn't mean to not take chances, but it means to take your time. It means to lower the turnovers as much as you possibly can. It means if you're not a ball handler yet, go home and practice it. You don't practice on the actual basketball court. Practice it on your own, and then bring it to open gym, and then bring it to practice, and then bring it to a game. If you were successful at all of the other stages, you can't just skip all those first stages and expect to practice during the games. So no turnovers, don't throw sloppy passes, because turnovers will lead to points. So lower the turnovers as much as possible. All right, next one is patience. This is our 0-50-100 strategy, where the first time that you touch the ball, don't do anything, don't drive, don't penetrate, don't shoot the ball. Second time, do it 50% of the time, one of those three things. And then the third time, 100% of the time. That's just a rule of thumb, but you basically want to be patient. All right? You don't want to take too many chances, but you are allowed to take 5 chances. All right? And if you're three for 5, you get 5 more, because obviously you're on a roll. So you want to be patient in the terms of don't be going too fast on offense, but also patient on defense. Don't gamble too much. All right? Be patient in terms of you have to realize that your job is just to keep them from scoring, not to take the ball. All right? So patience will win out in the end. Lastly, our stance. For stance, you want to be low on offense, on defense, and when you're rebounding. The only time that you should be standing straight up is when you're in transition, or perhaps cutting, or maybe jumping for a rebound or something like that. You want to be in a stance and be able to be in the video room afterwards with all the coaches and all the players, and you can watch yourself at any given time being in a stance and pointing and not standing straight up and down. So you want to perpetually be ready. Now, when we do all of these things, there are 12 things. There are 12 aspects to the game. All right? And if you can accomplish all of them just to a minor extent, you can change the game extreme amounts. All right? So I like to say that each one of these things is at the very least worth 5 points. All right? If you defensive rebound and you hit them every single time, as the ball goes up toward the rim, you go down and away, all 5 of your players hit them every single time, you will prevent them from getting at least 2 rebounds, maybe 3, but probably a lot more. But let's just say that you stopped them from scoring 5 points. 5 points of the game have been taken away from their score. That may not seem like a lot, but when you count each one of these as 5 points, that's a 60-point difference. And none of these things say to make 3-pointers. None of these things say to dunk the ball. None of these things say to be faster than the other team. All of these things are things that any team is capable of doing. And you could change any game by 60 points if you do these things perfectly. Now, are you able to do them perfectly? Probably not. But you have more of a chance to do these things perfectly than you have to shoot the ball perfectly and things like that. So we want to focus on these things. And if we focus on these things, again, which aren't extremely hard to master, it's not asking that much. You can turn a 59-point loss into a 1-point victory. You can turn a 20-point loss into a 40-point victory. All right. So these are our aspects. We talk about them every day before the game starts. All right. Where we will go over either 4 things for the elementary, the top 8 for the middle school, or all 12 of them for the high school players. And those are our 12 aspects to playing basketball and to winning games.